It also contains animals. I would like to have a dog, which would be as a boss and safeguard of my home. This home that I already explained it to you is really similar to my home because I live in a small town and I live in a quite big house where my family lives with me. I have two sisters, but the main difference is that I don't have a dog. I wished to have a dog, but my parents didn't want to buy it for me because they thought that it will stop being interesting for me after some time. So this is the only thing that is missing in my perfect home. Yes.
So do you think you ever will live in a home like this?
I hope so. I wish to live in a home like this.
Mm-hmm. And have you ever been inside a home like this?
Yeah, because it looks like my home. I have a big window and every day I'm waking up with the sunshine.
All right.
Okay, Hatu, please tell me if you need to listen again or you're ready to answer the questions.
Yes. Ready.
You can answer. Okay. So all of you can please answer question 1, 2, and 3. What does the examiner give her for preparation? How many minutes does she have to prepare? And how long does her answer last for?
Examiner um give her answer talk about her perfect house, and she has 2 minutes to talking about that.
And to prepare also 2 minutes. And how long does she have to answer?
For 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 1 minute.
She has 1 to 2 minutes to answer, right? So this is the same as your test will be. The examiner will give you topic. They will give you 2 minutes to prepare. You can make notes. And then you have 1 to 2 minutes to give your answer. Okay. So you will do the same in your test. Let's have a look at these answers. The examiner gives her a cue card to the question and a paper to write her note. So he gives her the question on a piece of paper and then also some paper to make her own notes. She has 1 minute to prepare, and then her answer was 1 minute 30 seconds, but you are allowed to have between 1 to 2 minutes depending on when they stop you, okay? Let's have a look at the format of speaking part 2. You have 1 minute to prepare your answer. You have 1 to 2 minutes to answer. The examiner may ask you a rounding off question at the end. You should try to answer in 2 minutes. If you have spoken the 2 full minutes, they may not ask you an extra question. The examiner will give you a cue card. The cue card provides you with a topic and gives you 4 prompts. Let's have a look at the notes. You do not have to follow the prompts to answer the question. You will be stopped immediately after 2 minutes. Describe a new shop that has recently opened in your city or town. You should say where the shop is, what it sells, who goes to the shop, and explain how successful you think it will be in the future. So this is your extra little prompt. This is a good example of what your cue card would say. Use 1 minute preparation effectively. You have only 1 minute to prepare your notes, so focus on the most important things. Remember, you should choose a familiar topic for more ideas. You can make things up to extend your answer. You should pay attention to the verb tenses. You should only write down the most important ideas and language. Okay, we're going to have a look at these notes now. I first want us to do this, okay? Let's have a look at this note card over here, the cue card. Here they asked us a question. Describe a new shop that has recently opened in your city or town. Okay, you are all going to prepare for this now. I'm going to give you 1 minute to prepare. Ooh, not a dice, sorry. Timer. 1 minute to prepare. And then I'm going to break you into groups of 2 and you're going to give your response to your teammates, okay? So start preparing, make notes. You only have 1 minute, then I'm going to break you up. Okay, that is how long you will have to prepare for your answer. Now I'm going to break you into your groups of 2 and you will only have 4 minutes. So you have 2 minutes to respond and your teammate has 2 minutes to respond. Then we come back. Okay, you can start.
hỏi là cái gì nhỉ?
Okay. I'm just going to ask one of you to give me your response. Chuck, can you hear me? Chuck? Mintu, can you hear me? Mintu? Okay, what was your response? I can't hear. Fuang Tao, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, will you please tell us your response?
Mm, I like to talk about a new shop in my town. Um, it is near the local market and it is very easy to find. This shop sells many things such as snack rings, school supplies, and some household items. The prices are cheap and many people like shopping there. It's usually busy in the evening and at the weekend. I think this shop will be successful in the future because it has good prices.
That is perfect. Thank you. That is exactly how you should respond in your speaking test, okay? This is very good for you to practice. So, if you want to practice a little bit more, cue cards like these are specifically what you'll be asked in your test, okay? Thank you, Tao. Okay, how to use 1 minute preparation time effectively. You only have 1 minute to prepare your notes, so focus on the most important things. Remember, you should choose a familiar topic if they don't give you a topic. 2, you can make things up to extend your answers. 3, you should pay attention to the verb tense. I don't want to use the wrong tenses, okay, because that shows that it's lexically incorrect, okay? You should only write down the most important ideas and language. Exercise 2. Which note is more effective? Describe an article about and health or a healthy lifestyle that you have read in a newspaper or magazine. You should say what the article explained, when you have read it, how important you think it was, and explain how you felt about it. There's my 2 notes. I want you to think about which one is more effective. So, which one is better? If you have your answer, please put it in the chat for me. So, just write 1 or 2. Which one is correct? I'll give you 1 minute. Please put your answer in the chat when you're done. Note 1 or note 2. Which one is more? I still need a few more responses. Okay. So most of you said note 2 is more effective. Let's have a look at why. It's a lot more to the point, only giving that important information, right? It doesn't include obvious information. We don't have to give unnecessary detail, okay? It is short phrases, descriptive language, and more advanced vocabulary. We don't want to write a lot because we don't have a lot of time, right? Okay, so note 2 is definitely better. Note-taking skills. When we are taking notes, do not write full sentences. Don't worry about your spelling or writing capital letters and writing everything effectively, okay? You just want to write short and sweet. Next, do not write about obvious details. Write down the necessary language for the topic. Prioritize uncommon words and idiomatic phrases. Activity 2. Express your feelings about a new story. One of the most challenging things about learning a new language is the fact that it's difficult to express emotions. But with this practice, it will become easier and easier for you, okay? Why should we express our feelings when we are speaking? In the IELTS speaking test, it helps to use some emotion when you express yourself. This will help you sound more naturally, potentially improve your score for fluency and coherence. For example, in the video that we were watching, the girl looked kind of sad that she doesn't have a dog at the moment. And that makes you feel like she understands what she's saying. And that will definitely improve your score. Make your story more personalized and vivid, same as what she did with her reason that she said she doesn't have a dog. Lengthen your speaking time. Don't speak 4 minutes if they tell you to speak 2, but don't go and speak only 1 minute, okay? Show that you know enough to speak enough. Mix with intonation will help you get a higher score in pronunciation and vocabulary criteria. Exercise 3. Describe these happy news stories, then share your stories with the class. As you tell the story, try to use some of all the adjectives in the box. Example, it was one of the most extraordinary events I've ever seen. Number 1, a person overcoming a serious health problem. Number 2, a dog finding its owner after getting lost. And 3, a man being rescued from an overturned boat in the sea. Guys, so you have to choose one of these stories and then you're going to share it with the class. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to prepare for your story. Write down your notes. Decide what adjectives you're going to use. I want you to talk for at least 2 minutes. Okay? Then once you are done, we are going to share our stories with the class. You can start. I'll put a timer up on the screen. Yeah, I'm going to divide you into pairs of two. You're going to share your news story with your friend. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. So you have two, you swap, and your partner has 2 minutes, okay? If we come back, I'm going to choose two of you to share your stories to the whole class, okay? Okay, I'm going to choose two of you to please tell us your news stories here as well. Okay, Min Long, will you please tell us your news story? Which topic did you choose? 1, 2, or 3?
I think topic 2.
Okay, I'm going to give you 2 minutes on the clock here to respond. Okay, you can start.
But my story has a bit story. After I have a new dog because my uncle give me, and well, and today I went to my English class as usual, but I did not see my teacher. I was not sure if she came to class, but all my classmates were there. After waiting for 30 minutes, her shoes got out and told us today my mother is birthday and forgot to tell you. So she will come back to tell later. She told you to watch TV first and she will keep later. We watched TV for an hour and still did not see my teacher. Then we checked the message and saw she comes to class today. And finally, I go to home late. But when I go home, I did not see my dog. Uh, I, and uh, uh, I feel scary because when I lose my dog, uh, mo- my mother will angry. I fight is for 3 hours and no, and I can't see. For 10 days, I see my dog is.
Okay, you can stop there. Thank you very much. Do you see how quickly 2 minutes actually goes? Okay, so try to stick to your 2 minute limit, please. Thank you so much, Milan. Jiap, will you please also respond for us? What topic did you choose?
I can teacher.
Yes?
It's too hot.
Say again? What did you say?
Oh, it's too hard for me.
Is it too hard for you? I want you
Yeah.
to choose one of those topics. Finding a dog's owner after it's lost, a person overcoming serious health. Think about someone that was very, very sick, and you tell me a story about them and how they got better. Okay, I'm going to give you a few more minutes to think, okay? Khan, can you respond for me, please?
Okay. I start.
What topic did you choose? 1, 2, or 3?
I choose 3. I choose 3.
Perfect. Don't worry if you make mistake, okay? We're only practicing, okay?
Okay. Um, Last month I got an excellent score in my English test. It was a marvelous surprise because I had studied very hard. And my parents were very happy and said it was an outstanding achievement. And it was one of the most delightful moments of my year. I finished.
Okay, do you see that was a little bit short? Think of it like you are telling a story to your friend. Okay, don't worry about it. Just see, okay, there's someone that was very sick, there's a lost dog, and a man being rescued from a boat. Okay, so you just make up a story. I'm gonna give someone else also a turn. Namdin, will you please also respond for me? No less than 1 minute talking, okay? What topic do you
Okay,
choose? What topic do you choose?
I'm choosing one.
Okay, a person overcoming serious health problems.
I'm going to tell a story about my granddad. 4 years ago, he was gone through a serious coughing problem. My grandmother really worried about that. She took him to the hospital and found out he got a lung cancer. That was not very serious. He gone through much of pretty much of therapy and that was better. Last 3 weeks he was completely fine and strong. Uh, that was a really hard time. He was he was coughing a lot. Uh, he coughed out blood and it was hard for him. Uh, uh, he he eating not very much. Mm, I took him to running and his health was better over time.
That's perfect. Well done. Okay. Even if you see your time, you still have some time that you need to fill. You can just make up a story. Okay, that was perfect. Thank you very much, Namden. That was perfect. Okay. Thank you. So even if you're lying and you're making up a story, it's fine. Just fill up the time. Okay. Just think you're telling a story to your friend. Okay. Let's move on. Exercise 4. Describe the sad news stories, then share your stories with the class. As you tell the story, try to use some of the adjectives. Okay, we do the same thing now. You prepare individually. I will give you 2 minutes to prepare. I'll give you 3 minutes. It's okay. Jiap, try. Okay. Choose one. A man losing a lottery ticket. Woman breaking her leg. And you make up a story, Jiap. Okay. You can start. Write down your notes so that when I ask you, you have some notes to look at. Okay. Giap, are you writing your notes?
Yes.
Okay, it's going to be the same. Again, you will have 2 minutes to respond. I'll choose a few of you again. First, Hatu, will you please respond for us? I'm going to give you a 2-minute timer. You can first tell me
Yes.
which topic you chose.
I'm choosing a business having to close after running out of money.
Okay, perfect. You can.
Yes. I'm gonna talk about my business. Has been to close. I'm open a bread shop 3 years ago with my friends, and it is a franchise contract with another company. Mm, we have pay for uh, the store rent, salary, franchise fees, and we hire for staff for about 3 months. We running out of money, and uh, especially the material fee is so high, and we have to pay the franchise fees. It was uh, high, so we have run out of money and have closed for after 6 months. That's all.
Is that a true story?
Just my story. 3 years
Oh,
old. Yes.
I'm so sorry. It happens. Some business works, some business doesn't work. But well done for trying. Okay. Okay. You see, like that, that is perfect. She's telling us about a story. She's thought about something that happened to her, and she used that to answer her speaking question. Okay. And she explained to us what happened, why it happened, how it made her feel. That's a perfect example. Okay. So it's not something that has to be true or something that really happened. You can just tell like you're telling a friend. Okay. That was perfect. Thank you. Okay. Next. Tao, will you respond for us, please? I'm going to put a 2-minute timer up for you. What topic did you choose?
I choose your topic too.
A woman breaking her leg in an accident. Okay, go ahead, you can start.
I know a new story about a woman who broke her leg in a traffic accident. Um, she was riding her bicycle to work, and a car suddenly turned in front of her. She found underground and was taken to the hospital. The doctor said she has a broken leg. She had to stay in the hospital for 2 weeks. I think it was a terrible accident because she could not work and do the normal activities for a long time. However, I feel happy that she recovered with the help of family and doctors.
Okay, that is perfect. Your time was also good. A note I want to make from Tao's response is the fact that she spoke slowly. Okay, so if you're speaking slowly, you're saving time. You have to say less words because you're using all your time. Perfect, Tao. Thank you very much. And next, Jiap, will you please respond for us?
I'm gonna choose two.
Perfect. You can.
Today I'm going to talk about my aunt who accident broke her leg. It's 4 years ago when he go climbing with her friend. He got fall and broke her leg. She called his friend to bring him to hospital to treatment her leg. He still need treatment for her broken leg this day. I hope will she will not on teacher.
Sorry, you were cutting out at the end. You were saying you were hoping she will.
Yeah, like that.
That's perfect, Jiap. You see why you say it's too difficult for you. You did perfect. Okay, very good. If you're struggling, just go slowly, slowly, then you have time to think. Okay, that was perfect, Jiap. Thank you. Okay, let's move on. Exercise 5. Listen to someone describe their feelings about a recent news story. Remember, some news stories are happy and some news stories are not so happy. For each sentence, describe whether example A or example B uses the correct intonation. Remember, I can read a story like a robot, or I can say, yo, I'm going to read you a story right now with intonation, right? So which one is the correct one? Example A or example B? You can read through the sentences for me whilst I go and get you your audio. Okay, I'm going to play your audio. You can just write down number 1 to 6 and then whether you think example A or B is correct. Please listen carefully. If you need, I'll play it twice, but try to get it in the first go, okay?
1A. When the report came in to say the mission was a success, everyone felt that we'd seen something extraordinary.
1B.
When the report came in to say the mission was a success, everyone felt that we'd seen something extraordinary.
2A.
The disaster was a dreadful tragedy with a massive loss of life.
2B.
The disaster was a dreadful tragedy with a massive loss of life.
3A.
I'm feeling pretty uncomfortable about the situation. I hope we can find a solution soon.
3B.
I'm feeling pretty uncomfortable about the situation. I hope we can find a solution soon.
4A.
The results were stunning, and the team had done a marvelous job.
4B.
The results were stunning, and the team had done a marvelous job.
5A.
It was such an impressive sight, and the noise that followed it was tremendous.
5B.
It was such an impressive sight, and the noise that followed it was tremendous.
6A.
This was such a bizarre event, and it's incredible that we haven't been able to find out what caused it.
6B.
This was such a bizarre event, and it's incredible that we haven't been able to find out what caused it.
I'm going to play it for you one more time.
1A.
When the report came in to say the mission was a success, everyone felt that we'd seen something extraordinary.
1B.
When the report came in to say the mission was a success, everyone felt that we'd seen something extraordinary.
2A.
The disaster was a dreadful tragedy with a massive loss of life.
2B.
The disaster was a dreadful tragedy with a massive loss of life.
3A.
I'm feeling pretty uncomfortable about the situation. I hope we can find a solution soon.
3B.
I'm feeling pretty uncomfortable about the situation. I hope we can find a solution soon.
4A.
The results were stunning, and the team had done a marvelous job.
4B.
The results were stunning, and the team had done a marvelous job.
5A.
It was such an impressive sight, and the noise that followed it was tremendous.
5B.
It was such an impressive sight, and the noise that followed it was tremendous.
6A.
This was such a bizarre event, and it's incredible that we haven't been able to find out what caused it.
6B.
This was such a bizarre event, and it's incredible that we haven't been able to find out what caused it.
Okay, let's have a look at the answers together. 2. Which one is correct? A or B, Tao?
I think 2 is
You think 2 is? Please say again what you think 2 is. A or B?
2 is B.
B, okay, thank you. Hatu, what do you think is 3? A or B? Sorry, I don't know why it keeps freezing. Please say again, Hatu, what do you think is 3?
Actually, I choose B. I think B is correct.
Okay, thank you. Min Long for number 4.
A.
Okay, thank you. Mintu, can you hear me? A. Okay. Thank you. Chuck, still no response? Nada. Jiap, what did you say for number 6?
I choose B.
B. Okay, let's have a look. Number 1, they did for us. Number 2 and 3, you said B. Well done. 4 and 5 were both A, and 6 were B. Remember, the intonation means emotion. Okay. You can hear if it sounds like a robot or if it sounds like an actual person, right? We need to speak with the right emotion. I'm going to give you a minute to read through this transcript. These are just the sentences they read. Let's continue. Useful adjectives. Okay, we have positive and negative adjectives. For positive ones, we have brilliant, marvelous, delightful, outstanding, extraordinary, and stunning. Upsetting, or for negative, we have upsetting, harmful, bizarre, terrible, disgusting, and uncomfortable. Paraphrase and report a news story. Exercise 6. Tell the story here in your own words. That is what paraphrasing is, okay? So don't copy same words. Take your own, but use the same story, okay? So have a look at the story over there. You can quickly read through. There are two different stories. So first, you're going to go through this one and then you tell it in your own stories, okay? In your own words. I'm going to break you into groups of 2. Please tell the story. We don't have time for everybody to tell to the class. That's why I have to break you into groups, okay? And then after that, we're going to have more stories. Okay, do you see? So we don't have lots of time. I'm going to break you into your groups. Then I will give you 4 minutes to retell your story and then we'll do the next one, okay? Okay, I'm going to ask one person to tell us the story in their words. Namden, will you please tell us the story in your own words? I'm just going to give you 1 minute to respond.
Read this story. Uh, a girl swept away in tsunami 10 years ago, reunited with family. A girl who was just 4 years old when a powerful tsunami rolled into her town in Indonesia and swept her away, has been reunited with her family after 10 years. The girl was returned to family after being spotted in a crowd by her uncle. In the days following, media report of her survival. A homeless boy has also rejoined his family after he was washed out to sea at age 7 with his sister.
That's perfect. Thank you. Guy, he just told the story in his words. That is exactly what we want. Guy, here's another story. You're going to do the same and tell it in your own words. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to prepare and then we will move on. Okay, I'm going to give you your 4 minutes again to discuss it in your group. Yes? Gone? Yes, gone?
Excuse me. Um,
Yes, you can talk.
teacher.
You can talk.
Sorry, teacher. I thought we were supposed to answer the question. Sorry, sir.
You thought what?
Um, excuse me, teacher. I thought we were supposed to answer the question.
You have to tell it in your own words.
Yes, I think.
Okay. That's
Sorry.
fine. That's fine. So I'm going to put you in your groups of 2 people. You tell it in your words, your friend tells it in their words. We come back and then you tell the class. Okay? Understand, Con? Okay. Okay, let's continue. Ouch! That thing is loud. Okay, exercise 7. Look at the picture sequence about an earthquake. Retell the story in your own words. You're going to do this individually. Look at picture A, picture B, picture C, D, and think about what happened, and then you tell me the story about what happened. Okay? You can start. Write down your little notes, and then I'll ask a few of you to answer, okay? Okay, Tao, will you please tell me what you think happened in these pictures? You can only use 1 minute, okay?
One day, at 10 o'clock, a strong earthquake happened. The world started to shake and many buildings was damaged. People were on the roads cracked and some buildings fell down. Many people were scared and ran away to find a safe place. After the earthquake, the city was badly damaged. Some people were trapped under the broken building. They started for help and hope someone finds them. Soon the rescue workers and volunteers arrived. They climbed over the broken building and helped the people who were in trouble. In the end, many people were saved, but the city was badly damaged. Um, um, People stood and looked at the broken building. She was very sad and cried because the earthquake had changed her town.
That's perfect. Thank you so much. You guys see, it's simple. You just look at the picture and explain what you see slowly and calm so that you use your time. Okay, that's perfect. Thank you. You can read through the sample answer. Exercise 7. Answer the prompts in the speaking part 2 task. Talk for 90 seconds. Describe a news story you read or saw. We have already done this, so I'm going to skip it just because we are running a little bit out of time. But it's the same as the 2 news articles you did already, okay? I'm going to give you a minute to read through the sample answer for me. Okay, let's continue. Let's have a look at the summary of everything we have done today. Firstly, we learned about speaking part 2 and we focused a lot on note-taking skills. These are very important in your speaking test, okay? If you're not comfortable with making notes, you're going to struggle to respond in your test. So keep trying to practice more and more of these so that you get comfortable, okay? We also practiced how to express your feelings in a news story. It's important to be able to show our emotions when we speak because it shows that we have great understanding. Also, in the video that we watched, it helps us to see how that might change the listener's opinion, okay? And that might also help you to get a higher speaking score. And then lastly, we learned to report a piece of news in your own words. They might also ask you this in your test, so you need to be comfortable in doing this. I just want to have a look at a few pointers quickly before we go. This was a speaking lesson. I want you to have a look at the format of the speaking test. Read through this again quickly and remind yourself of what will be in your test. What is the format? This is very, very important for you to remember. You have 1 minute to prepare and you'll be able to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Okay. You might have a rounding off question at the end, but if you speak longer, there won't be another question. Okay. Remember, this is the format of your cue card. Your cue card is the card that will give you in your test with your topic on it, okay? They will ask you, describe. For example, they will give you your question here, and then here they will tell you what you need to mention in your response, okay? That is the most important. We did that.